So for people who haven't seen it yet, can you just tell us sort of where this leaves us after the first film for you guys?
Hit it, Chris.
Oh, all right. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, we're picking up 3 years after the events of Jurassic World. The island is obviously in disarray. The park has been shut down, and a dormant volcano is about to erupt. Now, our characters have gone our separate ways. She feels profoundly guilty for her responsibility for what happened in the park. I do as well, but we're handling it differently. I've decided to isolate myself and just try to live above it, and she's really leaning into it, trying her best to do whatever she can to make up for her responsibility, and that has led her to start something called a dinosaur protection group, and she's attempting to try to rescue as many of these dinosaurs off the island as she can. And then she recruits my help, and I go begrudgingly, not only because I care so deeply for her, but also I feel guilty about Blue, who's still on the island, and we realize we have a very, very much tighter bond than we ever realized in the first film. So we go there, the volcano blows up, and then the movie expands as we take the dinosaurs off the island and into the world.
Come on.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
So you guys say about parting ways, Claire and Owen, or
Yeah.
Chloe?
Oh yeah, Chloe. Wait, Chloe.
Yeah.
Claren. Wait, how is it spelled? I've never actually said this word out loud before.
Clawen?
Yeah.
Clawen.
Okay, there we go.
Clawen.
Well, obviously, as famous words from Speed, relationships that begin in intense circumstances never last. So, What happened to you guys?
See, they knew it. Like Sandy, Keanu, they were like,
They knew it.
If only Claire and Owen had watched Speed.
Oh, I know Owen has seen it. Claire hasn't. I'll tell you what happened was we just handled things differently, you know? I think our relationship was always based on control, and as much as I tried to tell her that she's a control freak, I think it takes a control freak to point out a control freak, and I think the likelihood is we both were constantly fighting for control. And unless we're in a situation that demands absolute control, like a catastrophic situation, it might not work, you know? But this film thrusts us into a world where we really are going to depend on one another and need one another. And, it's always nice to have somewhere to go in a story. So we didn't want to retell the romantic thread of the first story in this film.
Yeah.
And so we thought it was important to look realistically at what would have happened between these two characters and start from there. And that's what we did.
Yeah, and I think this movie also is about making impossible decisions and things in life not being necessarily the right choice, not always being clear. And so how do you navigate that? How do you move forward in that when you know that it's just not obvious what to do or how to solve something or how to, in the case of this movie, oftentimes survive.
Yeah.
It was all a lie!
The man who proved raptors can follow orders.
You never thought how many millions a trained predator might be worth? They're gonna sell them.
Not Blue. They need it for something else. What is that thing?
They made it.
This is the most dangerous creature that ever walked the earth.
As a massive fan of the film and the whole Jurassic series, obviously the iconic theme tune and that T-Rex roar just gives me goosebumps every time. So when you guys were watching this back, was there a moment for you that just was like, wow, that's made me feel like that?
I think this image behind us, this sort of crystallizing image of the T-Rex roaring and the island exploding, that sequence is pretty amazing. I think J.A. is a really great visual director and does create these iconic images and reverse engineer shots to get us into this type of a scene, and there are a great number of those through the course of this film.
I think there's also a lot of really emotional moments that are also visually iconic.
Yeah.
That felt like very fresh actually for this franchise.
Yep.
I mean, one in particular that we won't talk about it, but I'm sure you know what I'm saying. That just like,
yeah.
Tears.
Yeah, totally.
Welcome to Jurassic World.